back to my channel, Let's Party Favors by Nikki. I am Nikki, the creator behind the brand. On my channel, you find all types of tutorials for party favors and all other types of keepsakes. Today, we are going to be doing some back to school supplies. So it's not really a party favor, more like a keepsake, but they are back to school supplies. We are going to be focusing on crayon boxes, just as I made in one of the posts last week. I made a community post like, hey, this is what we're going to do. So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to be labeling both of these crayon boxes. We have the plastic version and we have their normal crayon box. I'm going to show you how I designed this. And then of course the labeling part is simple. I'll show it to you, but you know, you're just going to cut and label. So that's what we're going to do today. But before we get started, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Put on the notification bell so that you know when a video comes out for me. And the next thing you're going to see is my computer screen. I think I have it on my mobile this time. Yeah, I think. We'll see. You're going to see my computer screen and we're just going to be walking through the design process. So one more thing I wanted to add is that my videos are typically not Canva 101 videos. So you typically have to come into the video with a little bit of Canva knowledge, at least the basics. I don't get too in the weeds. And Canva Pro, I use Canva Pro elements and Canva Pro aspects a lot. I am thinking about having a membership channel, or not a channel, a membership option that I go into details and do Canva 101 and business 101 and marketing and branding. I know I had a couple of videos on here for marketing and branding and some other business 101, but I think I'm going to move that to the membership channel. But I need to know if that's something that you're looking for. If you're looking for like, hey, this is no kidding how you work Canva, do certain things in Canva, because my videos are not that. And so I'm going to be speeding through it and you just have to pick up the, pick up what I have going on. I try to talk through it, to say, hey, this is what I'm doing. But if you don't know where those elements and tabs are in Canva, then you might be lost. So I don't want to do that on my typical tutorials, because then the tutorial is going to be 2 hours long. So if you haven't done so already, go ahead over to my post, my community post, and vote and let me know if membership will be something that you'd be interested in. I'm looking at $4.99 a month, and within that $4.99, you get, each week we have something going on. You'll have 2 lessons and I'll give out PDF files, and then maybe the 4th week is a Q&A or behind the scenes or something like that. So let me know what you think in the comments, and or go over to the community post and comment there and vote. Okay, now we can get to it. All right, friends, as I mentioned, I'm in my Canva mobile. What you're going to do is open up a new page, size it 11 by 8.5. Then at that point, I went to square photo frames. I duplicated it because I need 3 and I resized them. I have the sizes on the screen. Just feel free to go back or pause the video if you need to see the sizes. One side is for the crayon box. One side is for the plastic container. I also went to Google, just pulled up the crayon box image just so I could have a reference. And at this point, I'm just looking for a bunch of elements that, will go with the design I'm looking for. I decided to go for a boy theme. So I was just looking for dinosaurs, little boy, something that was cute and fun. And then I searched for a chalk chalk triangle corner, something along those lines. And then I just outlined it with white. And again, if you're interested in a Canva 101 on how I do these specifics, just let me know and I'll go ahead and create that membership page. And at this point, I want the yellow corners to match the sun. So that's what I did. I took the dropper and I just moved it to the sun to get that color. And I duplicated that image and I just put it on all 4 corners. And I'm not going to narrate this entire decoration portion. I'll just kind of let you all watch it. I'll throw some music on here just because, a lot of it is just moving things around, placing it, and I will jump back on once it's at a good spot or it looks like something that I need to explain. So I decided to jump back on here really quickly because we're going to take some images off of that Crayola box that I moved over and used for reference. And what we're doing is using Magic Grab to pull those exact images from the crayon box. And what you saw, that erase, that purple erase, I was erasing some of the outside of the crayon so that it wouldn't be seen. And that's pretty much what I did here. And now I'm just grouping everything together, but I'm also going to pull that little smiley face over using Magic Grab just so that it can look more authentic. And of course you can do this using, ChatGPT or another type of AI. But again, I tried to do this without using any AI and just rely on Google and Canva. Okay. Now we are going to move to the box. Essentially, I'm just going to duplicate all the images from the normal crayon box, and I'm going to put it on the labels that are going to be on the plastic container. So that's what's happening here. All right, friends, at this point, we are going to go ahead and print. And to do that, you want to go to Share. So quick thing, you can print with Canva. That is a new feature, but I am not going to do that. I have not actually tried printing through Canva, but I'm just going to download it, bring up the resolution a bit to 1.75, select this page if you have multiple pages, and download. I've seen mixed reviews about printing through Canva. Some folks say it doesn't print that well. So I'm not going to take any chances right now. All right, so this is what we're working with. So you know how to print on your specific printer. I have an Epson Tank 2800. So I'm going to make sure that the scale is at 100%. I don't know why it doesn't automatically do that. It only does that if the page is specifically scaled. For example, if I have the page size that's 5 by 7 and I have a 5 by 7 image, then it will print a 5 by 7. But if I have multiple images on one page, for some reason it scales it down, but I want to scale it to 100%. Okay. Now we're going to select the type of paper you have. I'm just going to do photo glossy paper and normal. For my printer, normal prints best for me. It prints better than best for me. For some reason, the colors are a little wonky. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and print. Okay, friends, while the images print, I just want to show you the paper that I'm using. I think I'm going to actually use this Koala inkjet vinyl sticker paper today, but you can use this version as well, or any sticker paper that you have. It really doesn't matter. But for some of the school supplies, I like to specifically use this version, especially with pencils, because it sharpens better and it wraps better. But for the crayons in the crayon case, I'm going to use this version. Okay, friends, so this is the printout. Typically, you wouldn't just print 2 items per page because it's a waste of paper. You can probably get, at least 4, maybe 5, depends on which ones, and you can obviously move these closer to monopolize the space. But for the purposes of this tutorial, it's okay. I can use this paper for something else if I'm using it for a Cricut design or something. All right, so obviously you're just going to cut out, oh Lord, look at that, good thing I kind of got really close. You're just gonna cut out the images. So I'm not gonna stay on camera to do that. I'll come back when it's done. Okay, y'all, my mat was a hot mess, so I had to bring out my background to finish filming the rest. Y'all not going to be coming for me in the comments. I need to get a new one, and that will be my third one. Next time, I make sure I will put a plastic covering on it. Anyway, okay, so this is what you'll need. I am missing a piece. Let me find the bottom to this. Okay, so these two pieces will go with the plastic container. And of course, this flat piece will go with the crayons. And you can purchase these from either Walmart or the Dollar Tree. That's where I've seen them. But, you know, wherever you find them, you can get them from there. Okay, we'll just start with the crayon box. My cutting was a little janky, so it may not align perfectly. If I'm doing this for a client, I'll likely use my Cricut just because it cuts cleaner and I will have multiple items on a sheet for the Cricut to cut out. Okay, so I like to just peel it back halfway, or not even halfway, about a quarter of a way, and just align it with the top. You're aligning it with both the top and the side. Again, my cutting wasn't perfect, as you can see. I cut a little bit too much up here, but it's okay. We're just doing a tutorial. You guys will cut it right, I'm sure. All right, and then I like to smooth down the label as I'm pulling down the backing. And so it's pretty simple to do. And there you have it, my friends. Super simple. But the thing about this label is, let's be real, this box is going to disappear. The crayons are going to be all over the place, which is why I actually prefer this version. So if you are selling a kit, you can upcharge them if you like, but my kits just usually come with this. Well, they did when I had the crayon boxes, but I can't find the crayon boxes that I like. Now I have the mesh bags. I might show that in another video. And for the mesh bags, I have to use this one because it's smaller. Okay, so for this version, same thing. You're just peeling and sticking. And I like to use the vinyl paper because it allows for maneuverability. It allows for mistakes. You can easily move it around if you have to. Whereas the sticker paper, typically once it's on, it's stuck. And so that's why with this plastic, it's fine. I can just take the entire thing off and align it on the plastic because it's easier to fix. I could probably do that with the sticker box as well. I mean, not the sticker box, the crayon box as well, but it's much easier to do it with the plastic, of course. And so there you have it, my friends. And I just want to show you what it looks like with the crayons inside, but I wouldn't actually label both of them. You can if you want, but I would just choose one or the other because most likely they're just going to empty the crayons inside the box. But when I sell it, I just put some crayons in there. The crayons are not labeled when I sell it. They're just the regular box because the label's on the outside. All right, y'all, that's it. Super easy peasy. Let's go ahead and do this outro. Okay, friends, thanks so much for watching. I certainly hope that you enjoyed that tutorial and that you found it helpful. Go ahead and start slinging these school supplies now, y'all. Back to school season is a great money maker. So get your products out there into the universe today, if not tomorrow. Again, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share if you haven't done so already. And please go ahead and head over to the Lux Craft Room. It's my Facebook group. We are growing. We're going to be close to 500 people soon. That's a big deal. I remember we had like 7 people. And so we now just need engagement. We need people to comment and show their creations. You know, again, it's more than just a buy and sell, community. I want it to be a, hey, look what I created. You know, can I get some feedback? Or I have a question. I want it to be a community of creators. I do have days where you can sell, because I know a lot of other communities don't have that available for us. So really that was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to create this channel, create that page, just give everybody an opportunity to do so. But we need some engagement to make that happen. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.